So today is day 8 of Do It Dulul. And clearly I'm fully delusional because I'm sitting in the park and just having a picnic with myself. And I wanted to just kind of give you guys an update on my Do It Dulul challenge. And so for those of you guys who are just tuning in, I am Samela and I started a Do It Dulul challenge as of August 1st. And I decided that I'm going to do 31 days of being a trust fund baby. That's kind of wild, right? But doing 31 days of living like a trust fund baby means that my father has already covered it. He has already done it. It's already won. Everything that I need is already covered. And so the idea of doing this was because I did a fast just say like a week before. And it was a 3-day fast, real quick. Like, God, what you saying to me? Let's get the instructions. And I went to him seeking 12 months out plan, like a 12-month out plan. Well, he showed me a 5-year out plan. And in that 5-year out plan, let's just say that I am tasked, born for, called with, ordained to, anointed for such a massive calling. And, I thought the 12-month out plan was really, 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 really out here bad. Not bad as in bad, but like bad as in big. But then when he showed me the 5-year out plan, I was just like, okay, God, this is a lot. This is a lot for me. How you want me to do this? And so he showed me the steps. And I'm like, you know what? The way you're going to do this is start believing what he said and act like your daddy is the king, not a king, the king of it all. And because he told you to do it, there's going to be pathways that it reveal itself, opportunities that come your way, and all the things. The only thing that you have to do is move. You have to move knowing that he told you to do it. Your motives have to be extremely clear, and your heart has to be in the right place. And then watch miracles happen. And so I've done 8 days of being a trust fund baby. And when I tell you that it's been no shortage of amazingness, no shortage of alignment where there were areas of misalignment. And I'm just going to kind of tell you guys what has shown up on these 8 days. And day 1 through 7 was about mindset, right? Like making sure, refining all the things that is limiting, all the things that made me say, I can't do it. Can I do it? Like I wanted to address those early so that the rest of the 31 days I can enact my inheritance, right? And be a trust fund baby. And so earlier, the top of the 8 days was like beautiful, right? Okay, I'm doing it. I shared it with the world. I made it like a little journaling prompt, 31 days of journaling prompt. And so you can download it on my website if you wanted to. That is samelawatson.com. I'll share it below. And so got some people on board like, oh my God, this is so fun. So it was cute, got the momentum going. And then day 2 and 3 was very much like, okay, how does this feel? How are you going to show up? And God reminded me, this is not another opportunity for you to perform. You are not doing this for performance. You are doing this for preparation. You are doing this so that you can get in line and be prepared to unlock the promise that I gave you already from that fast. And so that was amazing because then now I didn't have to feel like I got to do this at this time. I got to do this at this time. I got to show up like this, right? Like God was like, this is not an opportunity to perform. And then day 4, I recorded a video because he's been giving me downloads. And so I just capture them and then I schedule them out or do whatever needs to be done. But day 4, I recorded a video saying, I want to get paid to live. I just want to get paid to be Samela, to show up, be my normal self, not have to live in this box, not limit myself. The truth is, I honestly want to be making like $25K a month. And if we're going to be honest, I think that's small, but I want to be making $25K a month. Your girl's far from that. But trust fund baby activated. So I want to be making 25K a month. And so I made the video, said what I said, and I was just like, I'm going to start reaching out to brand deals. I'm going to start reaching out to brand partnerships. Why, y'all? 7 minutes before I made the video, why I had a DM in my Instagram saying, oh my gosh, Sameli, your content matches the style that we want at this X jewelry company, and we would love to have you consider being a part of our ambassadors, and we'll give you inventory, we'll send some stuff to you, and then you market it and talk about it. And I'm just like, wait, what? That video was sent to my DM 7 minutes before I recorded my video. So I'm just sharing that to say, like, what's yours is already yours, babe. That was day 4. Day 5 and 6 was further alignment. Okay, what are we doing? He sent me to the book to study Joshua, because clearly unlocking a trust fund baby as an inheritance, that means you have to have a deep relationship with God. So let's just call a thing, right? And so in the midst of me having a deep relationship with God, I now have to understand his living word. I now have to be a part of what it is that he expects from his children on earth as it is in heaven, right? And so he sent me to the book of Joshua, and I was studying that. And yesterday, I got to be honest, I felt a little overwhelmed in all the best possible ways, because in the book of Joshua, yes, he led the people to the promised land, and he was essentially Moses' predecessor, but it was bloody. He had to fight. He had to like do some things. And so for me, I had to recenter my expectations, because while I understand, and I heard this from Pastor Teray, which is one of my go-to pastors and thought leaders. He said that God revealed to him that it's going to be wonderful. You're going to have to work, and you are at war. And so that resonated so deeply, because it is wonderful, right? Like the idea of unlocking my kingdom inheritance is like, oh my God, yes, there's no lack here. There's no shortage of anything. If God wanted for me, it's going to happen. But there's work that has to be done. I have to align with his mission. I have to align with what he say. I have to align with all the things. And then there's also war. Like, because you are showing up in your position, Samela, you are going to upset the enemy, which means that he's going to attack you, which means he's going to use people, which means you're going to have a spirit of discernment. All these things kind of like just flooded through my mind, and it felt a little intimidating. And so yesterday kind of felt like a flat day. I wasn't sad to where I wanted to cry, but I wasn't happy to where I was walking around smiling. I was just very neutral. And I couldn't make a decision to save my life. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to eat. I walked around like this neighborhood for like 25 minutes before I was just like, okay, Samela, you got to find something. And I end up eating a cheese pizza, right? But when I went home and I processed it, I'm like, okay, God, what are you telling me? What is the opportunity here? What he showed me is, babe, you've been on go since One Block Away tour, since you went to Black Travel Expo, since you spoke at Black Travel Expo. So I need you to relax. I gave you a big mission, but I didn't tell you it was time to go do it right now. And so I was just like, oh, okay. And so yesterday he wanted me to slow down because I was doing too much, essentially. Because that's what we do, right? Like, as overachievers, as people who understand you're called, as trust fund babies who believe that God gonna do what he say he gonna do, you like, what's up? I'm ready. Let's do it. We're gonna do this, right? And he was just like, relax. And so this morning I was very much like, okay, I'm going to walk up. I'm going to wake up, go to the park. I'm going to record this pod, and I'm going to share it, right? I'm going to share it on YouTube. There's no fear here. There's no format. It's just simply sharing your story, one, and then inviting other people. So if you want to do a Delulu challenge and complete it with me, I'm doing it throughout the rest of August. I do have a free downloadable guide on my website, which I'll drop the link below. And we just gonna do it, And he's like, you're going to the park and you're gonna relax, and you're going to talk to me in this beautiful nature. So I chose a spot. I'll share a picture. And let's just relax. Because once you get started, babe, ain't no stopping. Once you start operating in your top tier inheritance, you're not going to be able to go and sit down and say, I'm tired, time out, I don't want this role no more. No, because this is what you asked for. So, because we understand that there is wonderfulness happening, work required, and war, I need you to get aligned with all three aspects of that before you're ready to take off. And so, and he also reminded me, he said, and I want you to understand and share with the people that we get to live the life that we create. Life doesn't give us what we want. It gives us what we're ready for, what we mirror, what we're prepared for, what we've made space for. And so my ideal world, I can come to the park on a Friday and relax and not have to worry about my laptop and not have to worry about 77 people calling me and being like somewhere or missing out on anything. I can actually do that. But I can only do that because I position myself to have that lifestyle. And so if you are not enjoying the lifestyle that you have or you want to see it changed, I would suggest start seeing what, where do I want to be? Where am I at? And the middle, the messy middle, is the part where the work is, right? So the life I want to have is the war, and the life that I live is the wonderful, right? Like, because I really do like my life. And then the messy middle in between is the work. That's where you have to keep working, and you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to go against limiting thoughts. You're going to have to go against all these things that says somebody like you, Samela, cannot make 25K a month. You're going to have to go up against those things. You're going to have to go up against resistance. You're going to have to be obedient. You're going to have to make up your mind and say, I'm doing this. It don't matter how much it costs. I.e., and a lot of stuff don't cost money more than it costs resources, mental clarity, acceptance, grieving, all these things. And so now I feel like I'm rambling. I just wanted to let y'all know, day 8, it's officially day 8. I am about to turn off this camera, turn on some music, enjoy my food, and relax and talk to God. But it's been amazing so far, and I want to invite anybody who wants to join me to unlock your best life. But not just the best life the real way, because that's not sustainable. You can do those things, but you're going to be burnt out. You're going to be tired. He also reminded me too, when your husband finds you, Samela, I don't want him to find a burnt out version of you. And I'm like, thanks, God. Read, and I received it. And so, if you want to stop operating from burnout, if you want to stop saying somebody like me can't do something like that, if you want to live the life that you secretly know that you desire, secretly been praying for, been asking God for, if you want to access that, I think the best way to do it is to start being a trust fund baby. And if you don't know how to be a trust fund baby, do it Delulu until you do know how to do it. And when you go to God about it, He's going to show you how to do it. And that's exactly what He's been doing for me. He's been sending me to scriptures. He's been sending me to books. He's been having people come back and remind me. He's literally been giving me the keys to what seemed like I didn't have access to. He handed me the keys. And He's like, here you go. And so I'm just believing that a little old girl from Chicago who, was in the foster system, DCFS, who was estranged with her parents, who had to raise herself. I was actually, all those things was because he was hiding me. So now the enemy don't expect somebody like me to come up and be like, what's up? And so really it's a gift. If you felt like your childhood and your upbringing was a total opposite of what, quote unquote, it looks like to have made it, you're probably the prime candidate for God to use you because you're like that sneak attack. People wouldn't expect it to come from somebody like you. And so, congratulations. That's how you know that you're a trust fund baby. I believe in you. I love you. Our Father is the King. Our Father can use any resource at His disposal to get you where you need to be, only if you decide that you want to be obedient. And because I've made my agreement that I'm going to be obedient, I'm going to submit, and not only want for me what He wants for me, He's showing up. And so if He can do it for me, because none of us is His step kids, He don't have step kids, we're all His kids, He can also do it for you. So drop in the comment what you're working on. If you're going to join the Delulu challenge, and let's keep each other accountable. Let's do it, because I don't want to be the only one great out here. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at the top, babe. And may God be with us, with you. I'm going to enjoy my Friday in the park.